Blockchain is a system for storing data in a way that makes system changes, hacking, and cheating difficult or impossible. A blockchain is simply a network of computer systems that duplicates and distributes a digital ledger of transactions across the entire network simultaneously. Each block on the chain comprises a number of transactions, and each participant's ledger receives a copy of each new transaction that takes place on the blockchain. There are seven key properties of a blockchain, which are as follows. First is distributed. All participants in the network have a copy of the ledger for complete transparency. Second, it is immutable. Any validated record on the blockchain is irreversible and cannot be changed. Three, it is time-stamped. All transactions are time-stamped and recorded on the block. Four, is unanimous. All participants in the blockchain network agree to the validity of each of the records. Five, it's anonymous. The identity of the participants are either anonymous or pseudonymous. Six, it is secure. All records are individually encrypted. Seven, it is programmable. Blockchain can be programmed to execute certain actions once preconditions are met. Let's explore how transactions take place on a blockchain. Let's say we have two people, Alicia and Bruce. Alicia wants to send money to Bruce. Alicia creates a transaction on the blockchain, referencing a previous transaction where she received sufficient funds. The transaction is immediately broadcasted to the other computers or nodes on the blockchain network. Nodes will then begin to solve complex mathematical puzzles in a race to validate the transaction, if the transaction has obeyed the appropriate rules. These nodes that validate transactions are called mining nodes. To solve math puzzle, the mining nodes must randomly guess a number called a nonce. This nonce is combined with other data in the block to create an encrypted digital fingerprint called a hash. The hash must meet certain conditions. If it doesn't, the miner tries another random nonce and calculates the hash again. It takes a huge number of tries to find a valid hash. This process stops hackers by making it hard to modify the ledger. And this approach to securing the blockchain by creating a valid hash is called proof of work. Once a mining node has validated a transaction, it sends the block to the rest of the network for approval and earns cryptocurrency as a reward. Since each block contains a reference to the previous block, all blocks are changed together mathematically. Tampering with a block will require redoing the proof of work for each of the subsequent blocks in the chain. With that, we have come to the end of this lesson. In this lesson, you learn about the historical development of financial institutions. You learned about the launch of Bitcoin and how it changed the way financial transactions could be conducted without an intermediary. You learn about what blockchain technology is. And finally, you learn about how transactions take place on the blockchain. In the next lesson, we're going to explore the goals, advantages, and limitations of blockchain technology.